Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lennon. How you guys doing? And welcome back to Faction Focus Sunday. So last week we talked about the RDI, and today we are going back to the desert, and we are taking a look at the desert kingdoms and then the Sabians, Saba. So as the desert kingdoms, you have the desert warriors plus 10 morale during battles in the desert, which you'll probably have quite a few of in the starting grounds, so that is a very good one. You do have minus 7% research rate, but that is pretty much negligence. You can get around that pretty easily. Initial starting challenge is easy. You do have mercenary armies, minus 25% upkeep cost for mercenaries, which is very handy since they are always crappy expensive. And you have incense traders plus 15% tariff income from trade agreements. Very good to have. So let's get into the field and I'll see you guys in a second. So here we are on the campaign map, and as Saba you start with two settlements in a 3 settlements province here in the bottom of the Arabian Peninsula. So you start with the city of Marib, which is a big city, and a little bit of a small city settlement over here at the coast. So as you can see, you have a wonder over here. And the way that Saba is an easy starting challenge or an easier faction is also because of this. It gives minus 100 wealth for maintenance, but plus 2 growth return all provinces, and plus 10% wealth from agriculture, all provinces, all regions. So I usually forget all regions if that is just for all regions in this province or in all regions in the entire game. So I believe it's in the entire game, so that would be that can stack up really quick. And if you upgrade it, it gets plus 4 growth and plus 25% wealth and plus 50 wealth and percent wealth and plus 8 growth. So you do have a very good like base for doubling your agricultural wealth. So you do start in the desert, and one of the easier challenges in here as well is there is nobody that can sneak up on you. So every army that comes in only needs at least like 2 or 3 turns before they get towards any of your cities, which means you can very easily maneuver armies around and have time to gather your defenses and plan for those armies to come in. So that gives you a lot of security in the starting turns, starting wars as well. So let's take a look at your diplomacy. You do not have any enemies nor alliances. You are friendly with Axum, but you can't do anything with that. And you have a trade agreement with Muscat, which is honestly kind of annoying since that is the only region that you need to gather your entire province. And yeah, the provinces above here are a little bit more scattered, so that is like really big province as well. And over here you have one province is pretty large. Over here these two provinces are pretty big, so you do have to have a lot of travel time between settlements before you get somewhere. So it will take you a little bit longer to set up this campaign, but in the return of that you get a lot of security and no army sneaking up on you in that sense. So if we take a look at the military, the military is consisting over 2 or 3 different buildings. So you have the infantry camps, which is just a straight line. It gives you access to desert spearmen, basic spearmen and slingers. At level 2 you get the Sabian spearmen, which is a little bit of an upgrade in the, I believe, more in the melee defense and armor department than the attack department. But overall, pretty much a decent upgrade. You do get some Sabian swords, pretty decent, 34, 35, and 51 defense, 60 armor. Very capable swordsman in the early mid game against some different desert factions. It might start struggle against thorax swords in the Seleucids and Egypt regions, but overall pretty solid here in the Eastern, like the Eastern factions. And you also get access to skirmishers and archers. At level 3 you get the noble swords, which is basically an upgrade, and the royal guard upgrade of your spears, which is a very decent spear unit. 42, 29, 105 armor, 65 mil defense, even a 30 charge bonus, which is pretty sick for like spearmen. So that is basically your entire infantry department. Cavalry is divided in 2 parts in the animal breeder. So at first you get desert calf, and you go either the camel route or the calf route. So at the normal cavalry route you get Arabian calf, is just a bit of an upgrade from your desert calf, and you get access to desert chariots, which can be fun, pretty niche unit that is. At level 3 you get the heavy lancers, which is a very capable charge heavy shock calf. Charge heavy shock calf. Sorry, my words are a little bit fumbling tonight. 44-25 with a 72 charge and a not as much armor but very decent health. And at tier 4 you get an even upgrade of your melee calf. Thank you. 52-29, charge bonus of 42, but good armor, good health, so a very capable heavy calf unit. On the other side of the tree you have the camel studs, which gives you access to camel lancers, camel spears, so you have a little bit more of a shock camel and a melee camel and a camel archer. And that basically upgrades you to your camel cataphracts, camel armored camel spears, and royal camel archers. So that's basically the identical upgrade of all these units. And last but not least, you get the Marie camel frags, which are even better than the normal cataphracts. So not long ago I watched a video of a guy that used only camels to destroy, like to conquer, like basically Rome, and those camels can be really powerful. So it did take him quite a long time to set up and just use the mercenary camels, but like holy shit, those camel archers or royal camel archers in combination with the royal camel like the camel frags are absolutely insanity. So if you do want a bit of a challenge campaign, try the camels only in Saba, and you're gonna have a lot of fun. A lot of battles that you do have to play because auto-resolve sucks, but it's a very fun campaign. So overall, for a challenge campaign, it's gonna take you quite a bit of time due to just the walking distance of armies towards all the settlements. Like the first settlement over here that takes like 2 or 3 turns in forced march, that's at least 2 or 3 turns in forced march, that's 2 turns in forced march. So before you start building your armies up and go all the way over there, you might as well be like 10-15 turns in before you actually start conquering stuff. So it's a little bit of a slow start, but once you get here it does get like very interesting with a lot of different factions, a lot of different cultures fighting against you, like desert, eastern, Hellenic, barbarians over there. So it is a very interesting campaign, and due to the variety of units that you will have to encounter. So overall I think it's a very decent playable campaign, even as a This is Total War or a different challenge campaign. So with that being said, I think that's most of what I wanted to say over here. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.